Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to this week's episode of Creative Corner. We're going to be working on a rolled paper painting. As usual, let's go over the supplies you'll need, and then we'll go ahead and jump into our workshop, and then we'll go ahead and call it a day. All right, everyone. For today, like I mentioned, we're going to be doing a rolled paper painting. So if you're interested in doing this at home, in your supply kit, you'll receive 12 different color construction paper, as well as a 5x7 canvas painting. The only other thing that you'll need is a pencil and eraser if you choose to sketch out your design ahead of time. Some glue. You can use some regular stick glue, but I think for our workshop, I'm going to use a hot glue gun. Before we get started with today's workshop, you're going to cut up your paper. So I'm going to try my best to, I think, do 1/2 inch long strips of paper. And then if you're going to do a photo or painting of that photo, you'll need a reference photo too as well. So we'll go ahead and jump into our workshop. All right, everyone. So as I mentioned, you'll need a reference photo if you want. I got a picture of a hummingbird, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And then I also cut up all the paper that you've seen into about 1/2 inch strips. If you want to go thinner, you're more than welcome to go thinner. The other option is to tear the pieces of paper, so that way it gives it a nice jagged edge too as well. But with that, let's go ahead and get started. All right, everyone. So I found out that this technique is also called quilling. There are tools that you can use to help you roll the paper more, but I'm just going to use my fingers, hopefully. And then once you're done rolling, you can actually shape the paper into whatever texture you're going to be working with. And we're going to go ahead and add it to our little painting. So we're going to go ahead and keep doing this until we're done. All right, everyone. So I did spend a little bit of time getting us started. So the easiest way I found to do this without tools is to get the very end of the piece of paper, kind of folded over initially. Also helps with a little bit of not super glue, a little bit of hot glue too as well. But once you got that initial fold, you can go ahead and start rolling it. Hopefully. Like I mentioned, it's kind of hard to do this with long nails. Like I mentioned, it is harder with longer nails. There's also tools out there that you can go and buy that will make this more easier. And to kind of simulate the feathers on the hummingbird, what I did is after I rolled up the paper, I let it loose just a tad bit, and I squished down one side of the paper just to make it a little bit more of that feather shape. And once I have that done, I'll add some hot glue to the bottom. And then go ahead and add it to the painting. So as you can see, we added a few different colors. We have the black for the beak, the eye, added a little bit of white, some light blue. Most of it is in dark green, light green, and I added a little bit of brown. So I'm going to continue to work on this. It does take a while, but feel free to explore how you can shape the paper into various other shapes, especially when it comes to this little tree branch and the rest of the hummingbird. But we're going to continue to use the same color scheme we have going. Maybe add a little bit of blue, a little bit more lighter blue and more browns, maybe some yellows too as well. So I did add a few more of the strips, and I think what would help, instead of folding it over initially, is to get a pencil and wrap it around the pencil, maybe 2-3 times, and then that'll help with the quilling portion of it too. But this is as far as we got so far. I know compared to our photo, it's gonna look bigger than it needs to be. I think the easiest way to fix this is to maybe have your strips of paper, so that way it's not as bulky as how I have it here. And again, these are half strips. If you want to cut it down to maybe a quarter or an eighth, or even buy pre-cut paper too as well. There are quilling supplies available out there. And so we're just going to continue working on this until it's completely done. Thank you for joining me on this week's episode of Creative Corner. Today we worked on a rolled paper painting. If you are interested in doing this at home, we do have some supply kits available at the library. You can find the supply request kit available on the homepage of our website, which I will put the link to our website in the video description. There are other supply kits available, not just for Creative Corner, but we also have crafty kits, and then the Three Sisters seed packets too as well, if you're interested in that. If you're not already, be sure to subscribe to our social media platforms. We have everything from Facebook to Instagram, including TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. And all of that can also be found on the homepage of our website, kind of toward the bottom. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us either through social media or give us a phone call. My name is Joshua. Thank you for hanging out with me this afternoon, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.